everyone, welcome back to Shri FC. I hope you all are well and good. That's always my priority. And guys, what a damn win from Manchester City, man. This team is just undescribable. This team is just one of the most undescribable team for me in the world. This team just never quits. They never give up. What a victory for them in the end. Man, I have a lot of respect and hats off to Manchester City. And the way this football club is run, this club is one of, if not the best run club in the world. They never quit. They never give up. When it seemed like they're going to drop points and it's going to be a big talking point, the rivals are going to come at him, and Arsenal fans being happy, United fans being happy, Liverpool fans licking their lips and everything. Manchester City just never give up. No Pep in the dugout, injuries, no Riyad Mahrez, no Arke Gundogan, and Kevin De Bruyne injured as well, and still they find a way. It's the third win on the trot, and again, they have been so good today. They won their first game, they won their second game, they conceded a goal today, but you saw the fire in Kyle Walker, the way he responded after that. And credit to Kyle Walker, he made a mistake for the goal, but the way that human being responded after that shows this mentality of the side. Most side in the league, when they concede a goal, they take 10-15 minutes to recover from that. Manchester City went and scored a goal straight away within 3 minutes of the goal. This is what you call eventual champions. A champion side and a side that never give up, because this side is one of the most incredible side in world football, guys. One of the most incredible side in world football. I've never seen any side like this. Sheffield United plan was clear, and you cannot blame them. See, they came with a plan to sit back, to frustrate Manchester City and get a draw in the end. You can't blame them. They did really well, and credit to them. The crowd, the Sheffield crowd was on its feet. It was such a good match in terms of Premier League action to watch. And this is why this league is best in the world, because you never know what can happen in an instant. This should be a straightforward fixture. Manchester City defeating Sheffield United, easy fixture to predict. But no, that is the Premier League. And the match started, Sheffield plan was clear. They were going to sit back and they were going to soak up the pressure and frustrate Manchester City. And credit to them, they did that. But Manchester City, like true champions, waited their time. They won a penalty. It was a clear penalty in the world. If anyone says there's not a penalty, I think they've lost their head. That was a clear penalty, and yes, it happens. Erling Haaland is a human. He missed that penalty. It happens. I still think that was a very well taken penalty. It was just hit the bar, and it happens. But they never let the mentality go away. The teams and the other teams in the league will let it go away, will let their mentality go away. They did not let their mentality go away. They were still calm. They were still on the task. And in the second half, we saw Manchester City pile more pressure. But the goal was not coming. Kovacic and Grealish for me had very, very good games. Kovacic was taking two Sheffield players and making a nice pass at the left. And Kovacic and Grealish had a very good game. But they were just not able to break that barn door of Sheffield United, because Sheffield was sitting so back. And it was becoming very difficult for Manchester City to break that bar. But again and again, they kept on pressurizing, kept on winning the ball. And Sheffield could not get out of the box. And finally, Jack Grealish making a fantastic cross. He gets a lot of unwarranted criticism. The guy has no GNE. The guy is 100 million. He does not get criticism. And today he shut his doubters up. And he's one of the best in the league. And what a cross. And this is what Erling Haaland can do for you. Erling Haaland being in the right position and putting the ball right where it belongs, into the net. Fantastic by Erling Haaland. This is why this guy is one of the best striker, or the best striker in the world, because he has the instinct to be in that position. Many strikers won't even climb that high, and many strikers won't have the instinct to be in that position. But Erling Haaland had the instinct. He scored the goal and gave Manchester City 1-0 lead. After that, it was Manchester City having dominance, and we all were feeling it was slowly going to become 2-0, 3-0, and we all thought the game was over. And it looked like, but Sheffield United started winning some throw-ins, started winning a bit of like duels, free kicks, and they were slowly getting into the game, and it was getting a nervous game for, you can say, Manchester City at that point. Ederson made a blunder error, and that could have been 1-1, but it wasn't. But after that, Kyle Walker, one of, if not the best player for me in the league in terms of right back, he made a very poor error, made a backflip. Sheffield won. And Bogle, I know him from Derby days. The guy can hit the ball very nicely, and that was a very nice goal by Jayden Bogle. Sheffield celebrated incredibly. Great to see crowd on his feet. And at that point, even I was sitting as a neutral, as a Chelsea fan, and thinking, this match is done. This match is dusted now. I don't see anything happening in this match. It's going to end in a draw. And man, it's a big drop points. And Arsenal fans, for me, rightfully so, they will be very happy that we have dropped points to Fulham. Now City will drop points. But what happened? Kyle Walker went with the ball, drove 30 yards away, and it should have been 2-1 by Julian Alvarez, but that showed the fire in the belly for Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker was angry with his mistake, but the guy did not put his head down. He straight away wanted to correct it. He nearly put an assist on the plate for Julian Alvarez, and that should have been a goal. It would have been given to Phil Foden, to be honest, because Phil Foden was the one who made a pass to Alvarez, but that was all Kyle Walker. Everything there was done by Kyle Walker, and that was absolutely incredible by Kyle Walker. And it started looking like they're going to get back. After that, a nice cross. Haaland was never to get to it, and Kyle Walker again running his socks down, winning the ball, and again playing a massive part in the goal, and then putting the ball to Foden. It deflected of Foden Rodri, and this is why I say Rodri is one of, if not the best midfielder in the world, because the guy is absolutely incredible midfielder. I don't know if anyone can match him. Rodri is one of the best midfielder in the world. The guy is one of the best DM in the world, defensively, offensively. How many important goals has this guy scored? Champions League final, scoring in important moments, and now scoring such a wonderful goal. And that was a wonderful goal, and City got the lead. In the end, you say they had a chance, Sheffield United, but in the end, it was a nice performance. And Manchester is showing again they will find a way to win. And this is what the eventual champions always do. A message to Arsenal, a message to, you can say, even someone Liverpool, Arsenal, that what Manchester is really capable of and what they can really bring on the table, because that was absolutely incredible for them, and big credit. That was a fantastic victory for Manchester City. Big praises to Manchester City. They made themselves proud, and man oh man, that was fantastic performance, responding after being down, and big credit to them. Now coming out of big players to discuss on, because I've discussed this win, and that was attack versus defense. And sometimes these games are beautiful to watch. Attack versus defense, and Manchester City were patient with the attack build up, and they got the victory today. And Jack Grealish, Matej Kovacic had a big part to play in it with Rodri, and I think Grealish has got a lot of criticism. The rivals need to slow it down and have some respect for Jack Grealish. And along with that, Matej Kovacic, even as a Chelsea fan, I'm saying the guy is one of the most smartest transfer decisions you'll ever make. The guy was just signed for 25 damn million, and what a transfer he has been for just 25 damn million. And the guy has turned out to be one of, if not the best transfer in the league, because that was absolutely epic. Coming on to Jack Grealish, and for the whole game, Jack Grealish caused Sheffield massive problem. The guy was a glue. The ball stuck to his feet like a glue, and he really in this game played really well. So massive credit to Jack Grealish. He was absolutely awesome in this game. The ball was like glue onto his feet, and that was very good to see, because Erling Haaland was man-marked today. Erling Haaland was absolutely man-marked by Sheffield United. They were trying to just have 10 men in the box, and Jack Grealish was taking on the players, making the right passes, and he was absolutely incredible today. At every point when Jack Grealish had the ball, I knew as a person watching here that something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. And he was very smart with his passes. He attracted two players towards him and laid the ball off. And that was what Jack Grealish does well. Jack Grealish and Kovacic had a very good partnership. And in the goal for Erling Haaland, Jack Grealish turned very nicely with his left foot, put an absolutely incredible cross for Erling Haaland. And Erling Haaland went there, and Erling Haaland made it 1-0 Manchester City. And after that, Jack Grealish again looked so good on the ball, one of the most threatening Manchester City player, and the guy gets unwarranted criticism. But this guy was one of, if not the best player when he was playing for Aston Villa in the league in terms of flair, enjoyable play to watch. And today again, this guy was unattainable. This guy was like, they can't take him on. Sheffield United could not bear the sight of this guy. This guy was so good today. He was absolutely incredible, Jack Grealish, and he deserves his respect. Stop putting a bit of criticism on him and start having some respect, because this guy has been playing so well for the last 1 year. And with Erling Haaland up top, I think he has found his best form for Manchester City. Jack Grealish, along with a top striker in the world, is the best combination you can get. And what a performance by Jack Grealish. And coming to Matej Kovacic, I'm myself a Chelsea fan, and I myself knew that for us it was fine to let him go, because we had to build different way, and Matej Kovacic's ambitions were higher. And for Matej Kovacic it was a great move, and for Manchester City at just 25 million, peanuts was the best move possible, and they have signed a great player. He was never a Gundogan replacement. He was a player that can do so many roles and can be the one that helps you dictate the possession and make the passes. Kovacic at Chelsea was a player that used to be very one-dimensional, and we never saw his creativity side. But I think if there was anyone, a manager who can bring that out of him, that was Pep Guardiola. And today Kovacic was so clever with his passes. He was so good with his passes that it deserves massive credit for that. He was very smart, very streetwise. Whenever he had the ball, he looked like he wanted to make a good forward pass. He had good understanding with grealish today, and Kovacic passing was absolutely wonderful today. And he was so good today. Made some beautiful passes on the left to grealish, invited Sheffield players, invited the pressure, and made the pass straight away. For that, he deserves massive credit. That was a fantastic pass of Mate Kovacic. He has been given criticism that why did Manchester City sign him? But today he has shown everyone why and why did Manchester City go after him. Because this guy is an absolutely incredible player and deserves his praises and deserves his respect because he was outstanding today. And I was very impressed with Mate Kovacic. And coming on to the man, Erling Haaland. And today, missing the penalty, he showed everyone he's a human, but these things happen. But that was still a well-taken penalty. It happens, he hit the bar. But Erling Haaland showed his mentality. He was furious with himself. He kept playing in the game so well. He kept waiting for the opportunity. And once opportunity came, he pounced upon it. And that is what this guy does. He never quits after having a bad moment. He responds and he went there. He scored a goal and showed everyone why he's one of the best strikers in the world. What does this guy can't do? He has a pace. He has a perseverance. He has a physical attribute. And today he scored a goal that many strikers might not score. And he again showed why Manchester City can beat the low blocks this league very easily. And something that in future Arsenal need to ponder. Because Erling Haaland is such a good striker. The guy is fast with his feet. The guy is an intelligent striker. And for some reasons, because he scores so many goals, rivals go on. But he just goes tapping. For tapping, you need mind. You need brain to be in the right position. And this guy has always got the right brain, right stamina, right positioning to be there. So massive credit and very happy with the performance of Erling Haaland. I think for Manchester City fans, he was outstanding again. And he scored a wonderful goal. Very, very good positioning. He knew where grealish was going to come. He was already positioned, took the lead and put the ball into the net. Fantastic work, got them the lead. And wow, man. And coming to Rodri, he for me is one of, if not the best midfielder in the world. I don't even want to debate on this. He is one of the best midfielder in the world. There's nothing this guy can't do. The guy is so good with the possession. The guy is so good with the build-up. This guy is one of the best defensive midfielder in the league. It is such difficult to go past Rodri, and then this guy can score absolute world days, and he also has a thing in him to score in big matches. Whenever Manchester City in trouble, Rodri is here to help them. Rodri is there to get them out of it. And what a damn player. After so much today, Manchester City, Sheffield equalizing, and it seemed like Manchester City are going to drop points today. Rodri was there to pounce in the winner and get the goal. And big credit to him. And this, I don't know if there's anything this guy can't do. And on the final part of this video, guys, please do watch it in back. I know many of you not joined, but it happens. I think it was a great win by Manchester City. They were absolutely fantastic in the game. It was a very good performance by Manchester City. It was attack, was a defense, and credit to Sheffield. They came with a plan. You can't expect them to attack Manchester City, and they did well. So credit to them. The crowd was up, so big respect to Sheffield. But Manchester City has champions, showed everyone why they're the treble winners and why they are one of, if not the best side in the world. They kept on persevering. They won the penalty. Sadly, Erling Haaland missed. It happens. In the second half, they kept on piling the pressure, winning the ball, putting the pressure on Sheffield. Kovacic and Grealish were so smart with the passes, kept on troubling Sheffield United, and finally they gave up. Grealish put a very good cross in, and Erling scored. Then Sheffield had some pressure moments, and City survived. But the experienced player Kyle Walker made an error, and they equalized through Bogle, and that seemed wow. Well done to Sheffield, and his draw is going to be the likely result. But Kyle Walker was the first player to get up on his feet and respond. He was angry. He made a 40-yard run, and nearly Alvarez got it 2-1. He should have finished that, but it happens. But that gave City side confidence. They kept on piling the pressure, and finally they got their second goal. They bounced back, and that was an incredible comeback by Manchester City. Great victory. Respect to Manchester City. I don't know if there's anything they said can't do. Absolutely fantastic, and massive respect to them. People, please do hit like and subscribe. Each support goes a long way in helping the channel. Thank you. Wishing you all the best.